Hello everybody, it's Miss Sharratt here and I'm going to be reading your bedtime story for today. I'm going to be reading Bear on the Train by Julie Lawson. One full day, deep in the mountains, Bear smelled grain. He followed the smell down the mountain, over the river, into a town and onto a hopper of a westbound train. Nobody saw him but Geoffrey. "Hey Bear," Geoffrey shouted, "get off the train!" Bear paid no attention. He plunked himself down on the platform and began to eat the grain. He ate and ate till his belly was bursting. Then he gave a long rumbly belch of contentment. Nobody heard him but Geoffrey. Slowly the train began to roll. Geoffrey ran alongside the track shouting, "Hey Bear, get off the train! You'll freeze when it snows and get wet when it rains. You'll be scared in the tunnels. You'll be all alone. Your friends will be worried. They'll want you back home. So Bear, get off the train!" Bear paid no attention. He crawled inside the hopper, shuffled a bit and lay down. Then he yawned and closed his eyes. The train rolled faster. It plunged into dark, spiralling tunnels. It swayed over high trestle bridges. Bear didn't care. Bear wasn't scared. Bear was sound asleep. The train whistled at the crossings. It roared down the canyon and thundered through the woods. It hugged the towering cliffs that rose above the river. And all the while, Bear snored and snuffled and dreamed of grain. Hoppers and hills and mountains of grain. The train rolled through a day and through a night. When it reached the coast, the grain was unloaded, one hopper car at a time. Bear gave a loud snort as the hatches on his car were opened. Out poured the grain and the hatches were closed. Bear stirred as the train lurched forwards, but nobody noticed. And soon the train was on its way, heading east to the Pyrenees for more grain. Through a night and through a day, the train rolled on. Through the woods and up the canyon, over high trestle bridges, in and out of spiralling tunnels, until it reached the little town. Bear snuzzled and snorted and dreamed. Nobody saw him but Geoffrey. Geoffrey waved and yelled, "Hey Bear, get off the train! You'll freeze when it snows and get wet when it rains. You'll be scared in the tunnels, you'll be all alone. Your friends will be worried, they'll want you back home. So Bear, get off the train!" Bear paid no attention. He slept as the train rocked and rolled out of town. He slept through the mountains. He slept through the foothills. He slept across the Pyrenees. He slept all the way to a siding. And there the train stopped. One by one the empty hopper cars were loaded with more grain. Bear licked his lips. He scratched his belly. Then he yawned and kept on dreaming. Nobody noticed. The train rolled away to the west. Leaves shivered and fell in the wind. Icicles gleamed and glittered. Geese flew over the grassland. Bear slept on as snow began to fall. Once again the train pulled into the little town. Bear crawled sleepily onto the platform. He raised his head, gave a few half-hearted sniffs, then crawled back inside the hopper. Nobody saw him but Geoffrey. He jumped up and down and hollered, "Hey Bear, get off the train! You'll freeze when it snows and get wet when it rains. You'll be scared in the tunnels, you'll be all alone. Your friends will be worried, they'll want you back home. So Bear, get off the train!" But Bear paid no attention. He slept through the rumble of wheels and rails, the squeal of brakes and the clamour of crews. He slept through to the coast and back to the Pyrenees. He slept to the east and he slept to the west, 3 weeks of snow and months of cold, dreaming of bright yellow grain. Little by little the ice began to melt. Snow turned to rain, blossoms fell in the wind, geese flew over the grassland. One day, as the train pulled into the little town, Bear smelled something different. He opened his eyes, growled a low, waking up growl. He stretched his legs and sniffed the morning air. Then he lumbered down the hopper. Geoffrey saw him and cheered. "Yay, Bear, you got off the train. You rode through the snow and the wind and the rain. Now you won't be afraid and you won't be alone. Your friends will be happy to see you back home. Yay, Bear, you got off the train. Bear paid no attention. He twitched his nose and sniffed again. Then he followed the smell away from the train, out of the town, over the river, to the succulent taste of spring. He ate and ate and ate, along the riverbank, up the grassy slope, and into the new green growth of the mountainside. And nobody saw him but Geoffrey. Night night, everybody. Bye.